The journey began just as every journey does. I kindly asked Meow to abandon the forest. And as always, I immediately set to work on the fire. Meet Bacon. There's no better word to describe him than useless. Throughout the entire game, he did nothing, absolutely nothing, except stand around, sit down, or die. Hench Female Lids was ready to work from the start. Meet Hench Female Lids, my loyal subordinate. From the very beginning, she showed her eagerness to serve under me, naturally encouraged by the promise of protection throughout our time in the forest. A random player died on day 5, and I was very concerned. Having reached level 5 on the fire, I went ahead to rescue the random player. He was as grateful as any other random player would be. Meow had already disconnected, and this random player would disconnect shortly after. The next day at the camp, Hench Female Lids was down again. Random player fell to the cultists and vanished from the game. I revived my hench female and she was grateful. Yes, hench female Lids would die every few seconds, but she was doing her best to follow my orders. I knew I needed more medical supplies, so I kept exploring, until a wolf brought my little adventure to a sudden halt. It's rare for me to die, and to fall on day 14 left me not only deeply embarrassed, but also genuinely surprised. I cried a little. I had to wait 2 days for my hench female to come rescue me. She disrespected me a little, but I was back on my feet. Back at the camp, I asked Useless Bacon if he wanted to be revived, and so I did. Though my hench female was loyal, she was learning bad habits from me. As I prepared to rescue the next child, hench female Lids perished behind me. I had instructed my hench female to build the biofuel processor, and she managed to do it. Useless Bacon was now beginning to irritate me as he contributed nothing. Hench Female Lids sought my validation for completing the task I had given her, and the moment I acknowledged her, her fragile body collapsed. Hench Female Lids was loyal and obedient, but her body was too weak and fragile. I continued working hard on the fire while Bacon continued standing still. It's frustrating having to explain the simplest things to subordinates. The inevitable day had come. I was out of bandages. Bacon continued being utterly useless, and my patience was wearing out fast. To mark the completion of the campfire, I brought my hench female Lids and Useless Bacon back to life. Bacon, however, continued doing nothing, just standing still or walking in circles. I had had enough. By this point, I was thoroughly irritated. I went ahead to rescue the last child, while my weak hench female continued dying. She tried to prevent Bacon's death, but it was inevitable. After clearing the camp of cultists and Bacon, I revived my weak hench female Lids, and she celebrated my success. Sadly, she celebrated too hard. Bacon had the audacity to demand medical attention, but at this point my levels of irritation were too high. I decided to place my hench female and Useless Bacon on the roof of the stronghold so that they would learn a lesson. And the next morning, both of them had reached 100 days for the first time ever. Bacon admitted his shortcomings, while my hench female vowed to lock in. So I was motivated to find bandages for them. I spent countless days searching until I found one, though in the end, it was all for nothing. My hench female was obedient, but her body just too fragile. And she was right, back in my sack. After spending countless hours in this game, many actions become instinctive, like dispatching a pack of wolves. But that same confidence can easily turn into dangerous overconfidence. I almost died, and I hadn't noticed. I still needed a bandage for Bacon, and finding bandages at this point was nearly impossible. With literally no health left, I needed to clear the building and craft the bandage. It's always nice when your teammates value your effort and not simply disconnect when they're dead. I needed to craft a bandage, and I needed to do it fast. I thought I had gathered all the materials needed, only to find out I was still missing a bunny foot. It's funny how this game works. When you don't need bunny feet, they're everywhere. And when you only need one, it becomes impossible to find them. And after a long time, I finally stumbled upon one. I had no winter hat and no health, but my hench female remained loyal and patient. At last, I had gathered all the materials, and for an instant, it seemed like it could all be over. Back at camp, I brought Bacon and my hench female back to life for one last fight, a fight to claim the camp. Bacon, true to himself, remained still and useless as I dropped weapons for my hench female lids. The battle to reclaim the camp had begun, and I had to keep a watchful eye on my loyal hench female as well. We fought hard, and I fought hard to keep hench female lids alive. She was doing her best, and I was pleased. For the first time, my hench female showed a respectable level of skill worthy of serving under me. I rushed toward the fire, desperate to revive it, but in my haste I failed to notice the last cultist lurking just beyond my sight. That final cultist would be the one to shatter all of our dreams. Both Bacon and my weak hench female lids were devoured by the deer, bringing this ridiculous journey to its absurd end.